Most of us are pretty happy to see 2020 in the rearview mirror. So today we want to talk about 3 steps that you can take in 2021 to get set on the right path financially, whether you're already retired or years from retirement.
These are 3 simple steps, Amber, that people can take, and it won't take them very long at all to get started off on the right foot this year and hopefully not look backward to last year. Although we will use some of the lessons from last year as we prepare for this year.
Okay, so step number 1 is to take a risk assessment.
Now this is really important, Amber, because a lot of people maybe thought they were invested according to their risk last year, right? And then we had a huge sell-off in March and April in the stock market when the pandemic hit. I actually know 2 people who jumped out of the stock market in March or April of last year. So Amber, once they got out of the market, what happened for the rest of 2020?
Well, after it dropped in March, April, it went back up and actually was finished at record highs.
That's right. So these 2 individuals, one who's already retired, one who's 15 years from retirement, sat this one out, and now they've locked in the losses. They panicked because they weren't invested to their risk tolerance level. So what you need to do is go to myriskcomfort.com. There are 11 questions. You complete it all online. Once you answer all 11 questions, you'll get a score, and it will actually tell you what percentage of your portfolio you should have invested in risky assets that can lose value but have greater potential for returns, and safer investments that don't lose value but have lower returns.
So this is something very simple you can do to start 2021 off right.
Yep, and you can do it on your phone, iPad, computer, whatever works.
Right, okay, so what is step number 2?
So the second step, once you've got your risk tolerance score, is you need to reallocate your portfolio so that it matches your comfort level. Let me give you an example. Maybe 6 months ago, you thought you were balanced according to your portfolio risk comfort. Well, we've had a huge run up in stocks. So what happens now is stocks make up a larger percentage of your portfolio. So once you have your risk comfort level, you need to change it. And again, I'm going to say, Amber, if you have not done a risk tolerance or have completed a rebalance in the last 6 to 12 months, you should be doing that. Because with stocks at all-time highs, now is a perfect time to lock in your gains on some of those stocks and reposition so you're balanced.
So if you're not in stocks, what are some things that we might be looking at?
Well, we actually traditionally look at bonds, right? Stock bond portfolio. Tom Hegna, a famed economist, has said the 60-40 portfolio is dead. This idea of just stocks and bonds. The latest research has indicated that fixed indexed annuities should outperform bonds in the next 10 years. Now, we did another video on this, correct?
We did.
So we'll put the link in the description below to that video, but there are other alternatives to bonds, fixed indexed annuities being one of them. Maybe some alternative investments like a buffered index where you participate in the gains in the market, but a certain percentage of the losses you do not participate in. So say that there's a 10% buffer in this portfolio. If the market were to correct 15%, well, your portfolio would only be down 5% because you don't participate in the first 10. So other things that are safer once you know what comfort level you should be at.
So talk to your financial professional to reallocate those assets. And if you'd like our help, click on the link below. The third step will sound very familiar to those of you who watch all of our videos. Have a retirement income plan.
Whether you're retired or 7 years away from retirement, you need to have a written income plan. Amber, how many times have we mentioned that, you think?
I can't even count. I have no idea how many times.
More than once per video, probably. But why is it so important now in 2021?
So your written retirement income plan will first look at your Social Security benefit. Now that's not going to cover all of your retirement needs. So what else is a retirement income plan going to do for our clients?
Well, it'll, of course, like you said, show you how Social Security comes into play, when you should take it, do you have a pension, but then also, do you have other forms of guaranteed income? Remember, we talked about in step 2 for 2021, reallocating some of those portfolio positions to safer investments. Perhaps your retirement income plan says, hey, while you're at it and you're taking money out of stocks into something more secure, let's put it into something secure that will generate guaranteed lifetime income in retirement. So those are going to kind of work hand in hand. We got to know what your risk tolerance score is before we can reallocate. And once you have that written plan, we'll know specifically should we reallocate to income for retirement needs.
So we've all hopefully learned something from the roller coaster in 2020, the highs of the market, the lows of the market, emotions up and down about what we should do with our money and our investments and where retirement is heading. So here in 2021, it's time to regroup and take these 3 simple steps to make sure that we are headed in the right direction.
That's right. And for your retirement income plan, we've created a great video. You can go to retirementincomevideo.com. It walks you through the 3-step process of creating the perfect retirement income plan, because you can make the rest of your life the best of your life.
Plan now to retire happy.